Email marketing is not dead. You are just doing it wrong. E-commerce is completely different now. You cannot just like show products and expect people to buy. There are thousands of other brands in your niche. If you just show your products, people are going to be like, oh, this is just like every other brand in my niche. So you need to explain why your product is unique. And you need to be the best at portraying your benefits compared to everybody else in your niche. This is exactly how to do that. Here's an example for a brand right here. Increase email revenue 400% to 44% of this brand's total store revenue, and as a result, their total store revenue up 45%. So it's exactly what I'm going to be sharing. We're talking about email marketing, copy, and design, and actually like how do you get people to convert with your messages? You can't just send like 4 emails per week and expect people to buy and reach these numbers. You actually need to be creating good emails to receive these numbers at this scale. So let's talk about it. Let's bring up this example right here. So what do you notice about this email? It's not some crazy, hyper long email with a ton of information. Let's actually look at how much copy is in this email. We have what's hiding in your soap, 2 sentences right here, and then a couple bullet points. Boom. That's it. That's the whole email. But it has infographics, it has a little bit of design to bring it to life. But let's actually look at the copy and the strategy behind this email. So, what's hiding in your soap? Most generic bars are packed with ingredients you can't pronounce, let alone trust. We're talking pages of lab-made fillers, chemicals, and cheap junk that have no business on your skin. And then choose a better bar. Okay, then we look at this hero graphic. It says, what's hiding in your soap? And you can see all the ingredients of, like, the enemies right here. So this is classic enemy marketing. We are a natural soap brand, and you don't want to buy from these big corporations, and you don't want to do this because they have ingredients that you can't pronounce. And then that brings it to the product section right here, ingredients you can actually pronounce. Olive oil, coconut oil, and shea butter. Exfoliating charcoal, oatmeal, and then it just goes into all these products, and then shop this product. This is the email. This is all that you need for an email, and this is what converts. I can say this because this is an email that my team sent out, and it was one of the best performing emails. So this is just all it takes. You don't need crazy copy. You need to have punchy, effective copy that is portrayed properly and has the right strategy and idea behind it. This is a banger idea. Ingredients you can actually pronounce. That's a banger idea. It leverages us versus competitors. And people obviously want to have ingredients that you can pronounce because you don't want chemicals. Then how can we make that in the most condensed form possible with avoiding blocks of copy while also having strong design to get people to like have dopamine when they open your email? Perfect execution right here. This is what we want. Let's go to this next example. Similar sort of email of super short, quick. Top hero section, a little bit of copy, and then like an infographic. This is perfect. This is what we want. Infrequent is X'd out right here, and it's poops. And it was actually just like a GIF of going through like different things where it's like infrequent or, I won't say all the words, but then it ends on normal poops or consistent poops. Then it ends with keep things moving daily with this probiotic. So it's clear the value proposition of this product. And then they back it up with stats and then testimonials. I love stats. If you can have stats like this, it speaks wonders. I haven't seen anything convert better than stats. People just know it's true. 75% of members reported an improvement in regularity after taking DSO1. And then pulling testimonials specific about that benefit. This is how you get people to convert easily. Bring stats, have a specific thing that you're conquering. Don't say like we're the best vitamin that does absolutely everything in the world. Pick one specific thing per email. You're going to be pooping consistently. Get a stat for it and then some social proof. That's how you get people to convert. Now I have another email, which is going to be similar to what's hiding in your soap. We have this microplastics, no thanks. So this is a toothpaste brand. Same thing, going after like big guys and competitors who have ugly stuff. And so you actually show a picture of microplastics. Microplastics are hiding in unexpected places, sticking into our daily routines and into our bodies. Here's how to swap them out without sacrificing convenience, performance, or peace of mind. And the call to action says cut microplastics. We love this. And so a clean, just like action-packed top section, and then we get into swap this for this, and it's highlighting all their products. Less plastics in your products, less in your body. So obviously nobody wants that in their body. So then we show our products versus the other people and how we do not have any product and how we do not have any microplastics. One singular point, no microplastics. That's all this email's focused on, and then it gives a ton of examples, and it has the numbers and information to back it up. This is enemy marketing, leveraging our what's great about us versus like the other people. This is what we want, a banger idea. Everything all comes down to the idea. Here's an email from Breeze. Similar sort of stuff. Like, you guys will see, these aren't like essays of information. This email is long, but it's like one simple idea, and then it's just repeating it across like other products. But these are not hyper long emails, and especially this one, it's not like some groundbreaking thing. Just talking about the product. Same glass, better feeling. You still get the ritual, the pour, the pause, the exhale, only now it comes without the fog tomorrow. That's all that this is talking about. It's just a replacement for your alcohol. Just a simple button right up at the top of the email, and then just a couple of testimonials that are good testimonials. That's something that we need to be super clear on, is that when we're doing testimonials, we can't just do any testimonial. We need to actually find good testimonials. This is the biggest mistake that I see brands do, just like pop in a testimonial. No, have emails that are specific to a specific benefit, like doing, having the end of night glass, having this instead of like wine so you don't get fogged tomorrow, and then find testimonials that are specific to that. This drink is perfect replacement for alcohol buzz. I enjoy these as I cook dinner for my family after a long day. I've been looking for something to replace the wine I drink a couple times a week. All the testimonials are just focused on that. This is perfect, and it proves that like this is a benefit that people actually experience. And it's just one benefit, targeting a specific person and a specific use case. We have this right here, some product education. People love product education as well. They want to know what they're putting in their body. You can't just like be like, hey, here's our product, go buy it. No, you also need to have some information. People want to know what they're buying. The modern customer now, they like to do their due diligence. They like to know, because then when they're having this product, they're telling their friends about it. They can educate them about it. Because people get dopamine by like telling their friends, yo, you try this, like it has this, and it's fun. And so this is an example of a chocolate bar with 3 ingredients. Chocolate doesn't need a laundry list of ingredients to be incredible. Again, leveraging us versus our competitors. We keep it real with no fillers and no weird stuff, just pure unprocessed deliciousness. You have the bold one, the smooth one, the sweet one. An infographic, notice how this isn't just a massive block of copy. No, let's mix it up and make it fun and skimmable. We see the bold one, organic cacao. The smooth one, cacao butter. If that's how you pronounce it. I think it's cacao. And then dates right here. It's easy for someone to skim if they want to have more information than they can right here. Punchy, effective, and it's just focused on like one thing, just the natural ingredients, and then just a simple product section right here. Perfect. Let's go to the next one. Look at how short like all these emails are, besides this one, which is just like the same point repeated, just highlighting different things. We have this one right here. Your gut's on the line. Look at this stat. According to the National Health Institute. And so this one also pulls in a stat that we were just talking about with the other one. The best way to get people to convert is by bringing in stats. So this is saying 5% of Americans meet their daily fiber intake. And so we hit that pain point, and then we introduce our product with how simple and easy it is. And so with a lot of these, it's just a simple 2 sections. We have a simple hero section and then a simple product or bridge section for a lot of these. And so mixing it up, like when we want to do like a longer one, we want to make sure that we're not overwhelming with the email and try to like bring like too many points. Instead, this one, for example, as like a 4th of July vibe, is red, white, and truly clean. So we have this one right here, and declare independence from hidden toxins and clean with products made right here in the USA. So really punchy, good copy, and then just talking about what American made means to us. And so it's in line with the seasons, and then also it's talking about like why support us. This is again leveraging us versus different competitors. And so 100% USA made cleaners, domestically sourced ingredients, local jobs, local quality, certified safe and cruelty free. So we're not trying to educate on all these different things on why our brand is the best, just a couple specific points. And I want to also highlight again more testimonial emails, because everybody talks about yes doing testimonial emails, but then you don't actually do them enough. So this is one right here where it's turning a testimonial into like this specific theme, fun sort of theme in the email. So this is the testimonial. It was put as like a love letter right here. I bought this for my fiance after seeing how ugly, old and ugly his last bag was, yada, yada, yada. And so it's written as like a love letter right here, which is super fun. You turn it into like this big thing right here. It was love at first bag here. And instead of just listing a ton of testimonials, which usually is like some of my favorite, in best performing testimonial emails are just one passionate email or one passionate testimonial, rather than overwhelming with all sorts of different stuff where everybody's saying different stuff. No, let's just hit on one person so we can see exactly everything that they have to say. It's a lot more believable, and they just go more in depth with it, and it's a lot less surface level. And so then we highlight the points as well and show exactly what they had talked about in this last paragraph. And so making a whole email around that one testimonial converts really, really well. We have this brand right here, another example right here of this time we have 3 different sections, but this last section is just a simple testimonial, so kind of like adding the bridge section, bridge product section, then adding a little bit of social proof right here. This one is you eat clean, why shouldn't your dog? I love this emotional headline because it's like, why are you taking this away from your dog? Like if you do it yourself, do you care about your dog? So this is like really getting people in emotionally, and then we go into the educational product section, or educational bridge product section. Notice again, we're not using body bodies of copy. We're trying to split things up as much as possible so people can skim it. And look at how action-packed this is. You read labels, skip the fillers, and prioritize real whole ingredients. Your dog deserves the same standard. So we love that as like the bridge, and then we go into bullet points that like shows how our product like supports you in turning this around. That's why Mave isn't just pet food, it's real food formulated for dogs. So you have this stat here, and then just a couple of simple points. Amazing. And then you get the testimonial right here, which again, having a specific testimonial to that point. I see way too many people, marketers, just choosing a random testimonial. No, we need to make sure that it applies to what we're doing. And so I feel like I could cook Mave for my dinner. So this is what we want right here. Now let's go to this one where it's a little bit more unique in terms of like bringing value, because a lot of times like, you know, you have clothing brands or like accessory brands where it's like, okay, like that's all cool, but I don't have like stats or anything. This isn't something that I can come up with. And so how can we make us stand out from our competitors? One of them is we can have really cool and creative graphic design. And then two, we can educate them on like actually how to use the product. And so we have cool graphic design right here, creative framing ideas, which is super creative in itself. You have this like in the frames, and then you have it in the frame, and then you're showing people how to use your product. You're educating while at the same time selling, because people are gonna be looking at this and be like, oh, maybe I should do this. So you have 5 unique things to frame this month. You have pressed flowers right here, handwritten recipes, vintage postcards, local or travel maps, and then kids artwork. So somebody reading this might look at this and be like, oh, I do have a map. I should frame that. That would go well in my living room. And so that's like sort of like the educational infographics that you can do if you need to get a little bit more creative. Anything where you can show how your product is used is going to work really well as well in getting you to make sales without actually like selling. And then finish with a call to action down here at the bottom. So there's a great one as well. We have this one right here, magic but backed by science. And so this is another super short and punchy email, educating a little bit about the ingredients that are in our product. And so we talk about the magic, and everything is science backed. So this is how we're talking about, again, like the natural sort of angle, leveraging us versus like other competitors, because this brand is trying to stand out from like the energy drink brands like Monster Energy and Red Bull. And so what this one is, we've carefully selected ingredients that are scientifically proven. So it highlights 3 of them right here, and then it goes into them right here. And honestly, like showing the products and then like their name does the selling for you, because they're like, oh shit, this looks legit. But then you also have like a couple of the points right here that people can easily skim to, again, look at the different meaning, the different purposes behind all the products. And so simple, that's what we like. And then we have this one, the final one right here, which is, again, you don't need more products, you need better ones. So hitting on the quality angle. And so most routines are packed with unnecessary steps, synthetic fillers, and promises that never quite deliver. That's the old way. Find your routine. Clean formulations, refined design, made to work. Jack Henry works differently. Our clean multi-use products are made to work with your body, not overloaded. And so same as this email, it's not overloading. How many like blocks of copy are there? There's really no blocks of copy. The most that there is like this 2 lines right here. That's how we want to split things up, and that's how you get people to actually read your emails to then convert. So my favorite emails and the ones that are the most successful are going to be the ones that have some sort of like hero section, which is showing your product versus the rest. It has a headline, which is just a really good angle, and being able to find those angles like ingredients you can't pronounce. Be able to find the angle of like microplastics, no thanks. You shouldn't be putting less plastic in your products, means less in your body. Another one of the you eat clean, why shouldn't your dog? Those are the banger emails that will make sales. And then you back that with stats and infographics so that people don't need to read blocks of copy because they're not going to read it, and then mix in the social proof. And that's really all it takes to create email marketing and emails that convert. If your email marketing isn't working, it's because of you. Because email isn't dead, we can see right here how well it's performing. So hopefully that was helpful. Hope you got some value from it. Click the link in my bio if you want to book a call with us for us to manage your email and to be able to do something like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.